Homered off Valdez in game one. Hits it in the air to right. Back at the wall. Grand slam. Duval.
Now, if you were watching the World Series last night, that was in the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe that the team that hit a grand slam home run in the first inning of the World Series actually lost that game? Sports agent, DLE agency founder Doug Eldridge joining me now. Doug, I imagine when you were watching it last night, you thought, boy, that's a pretty tough hurdle for the Astros to jump over, isn't it?
I sure did, but I wasn't the only one. Historically, all time, teams are 45-3 in a decisive series-ending game with a 4-run lead. That ended last night. So I certainly wasn't the only one that thought the Braves had the champagne on ice and ready. That was a surprise, and that's what makes postseason baseball so great.
And I doubt, Doug, whether there has been any game where there has been a grand slam home run in the first game of the World Series that has gone on with the team not getting the grand slam winning the game. I don't think that's ever been done.
Now that you mention it, I'm not sure that it has. I mean, grand slams are so rare to begin with, and they're such a momentum changer. And when you're talking about postseason sports of any ilk, but let alone a 7-game series like this, momentum is what moves the needle and can often put the thumb on the scale for the result. Historically, 47 teams have been down 3-1 in this format, but only 7 or 8 have ever come back. So we are staring down the possibility of history for the Astros, and it's really a win-win for baseball. The Braves won it for the first title in 26 years, which in the billion-dollar sports industry might as well be measured in dog years. Or the Astros have a unique opportunity to do a complete PR rebrand with a World Series title. And we won't know. It resumes on Tuesday. This is a win-win.
And it's also a win because, let's face it, the Braves were robbed. I mean, they had the All-Star game. There were a lot of businesses in Atlanta that were depending on that All-Star game, but it was pulled. And a lot of the reason it was pulled was based on bad information, stuff that wasn't true about that voting law that they had in Georgia. So for them to get this game back in their hometown, that had a real warming of the heart, did it not?
It is. There's a certain serendipity to it, right? The story coming full circle, the cycle. It was an estimated $100 million hit to businesses across Cobb County, most importantly, small businesses.
Yeah.
And they're estimating that the 3-game stretch in Atlanta generates $8 to $9 million per game. But then obviously there's the overflow. It's like Al Davis with the Raiders used to say, just win, baby. That is the high tide that raises all ships. And for the Atlanta market, that would be a huge boon across the board. So I love the fact that they're playing so well. I had picked Atlanta to begin with. Who knows? I'm not an odds maker. But I do think they're putting the pieces together at the right time. And this is a big win, although not last night, but a big win economically for small business owners across the region.
So, Doug, 4 seconds. Is Atlanta going to win the series or not? Quick.
That's my pick. I think they're going to write history. Okay. I think those dog years are coming to an end. I think the 26-year drought's going to come to an end. They're going to bring a title back, and with it erase a lot of the frustration and concern and heartache that they've experienced for the last couple of years.
Doug Eldridge, we got to jump. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it.